I am sailing, I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark nights far away? I am dying, forever trying to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark nights far away? I am dying, forever trying to be near you. Who can say? We are sailing, we are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing stormy water to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord, to be near you, to be free.
This film is about the community of City Key, Western Row, Ringsend and Irish Town. We are going to take you through these places to meet people and to get views on when they were growing up and what they done, what they didn't do, and we will see what they have to say to you.
The Irish Transport and General Workers Union was founded in 1909 in Beresford's Place by James Connolly, James Larkin, amongst others, to help Irish workers defend their rights and indeed to improve their pay and conditions. Going back to the 1913 lockout, this area played a very historic role. Indeed, Liberty Hall was where the soup kitchens were run from, helping the families to survive the onslaught from the employers' attempts to break the workers by getting at their families and the children, trying to starve them into submission.
There is huge things going on in this area, massive progress. You look at the area around you here, St Andrews Resource Centre on Pearse Street, massive progress, and the things that St Andrews is doing for the community are wonderful. The Docklands Authority there, we work closely with them on training initiatives for people. There are over 7,500 people employed in the IFSC. It's a massive success, and we need to continue that success and continue to encourage people into training.
We are here at the memorial to the famine victims. Famine that should have never have happened. A matter of fact, even people nowadays still can't understand how or why it happened. The first one was on Gorton Moor, the Great Hunger or the Big Hunger in 1843. and the second one was on Gorda Bjog, the small hunger in 1847. And it was mostly on the west coast of Ireland that all this happened. And if you're seeing the devastation that this famine did, and it was all because of the blight on the potato crop. But the potato crop alone shouldn't have caused a famine, a great hunger like this, because there was other food. You were exporting food at the time, grain and stuff, to England and everywhere else in the world. But yet this happened, and so many thousands of people died, which should have never happened.
To have his bride of just 4 days stand shyly by his side. He laughed and slapped me on the back, saying, "Boy, oh, can't you see? I've seen..."
I can recall being brought on walks with my father down along the quay and his brother, and the quay was a very busy area at that time with many ships and from all nations, and the amount of stuff that was on the quaysides waiting to be exported or being imported and that. But it struck me at that stage how difficult the work was and how hard the men worked in that area. And there was no facilities like canteens or wash hands where you could clean, or even toilets.
And coming on down through the years when the war years and the difficulties of people finding work, the immigrants moving to England and sending home their money, the difficulties with food coupons and tea rations and all the things that went at that time. And then the gradual evolution after the war, when things began to change, the great progress of housing throughout Dublin City over the years.
My time in Pierce House when I was a child were very, very valuable times to me. I could never express to anyone how nice the people were, how people got on with one another. I lived with a grandmother, and she was very, very nice to me all the time. But the people were so nice that you could find no fault with them, because everyone knew everyone and helped everyone at that time. That was during the war years.
We were born and reared in a tenement house in Townsend Street. I haven't really got much memory of that, but I was only what I was told about. We were very poor, like everybody around the area, and my mother hadn't got even a cooker. She used to cook on this open stove with the soot coming down the chimney and everything she cooked, waiting for us to come in. But anyway, we got a flat in Markovich House, which was like paradise for us. It was like the apartments now to us.
As some of you know here, John Ferry is the other Irish lad with me, but also then we have Michael Anchata, and from the Philippines, and he's here as well. And with Michael, he's also brought a new dimension to the parish. People that would have noticed the 4 o'clock Mass on Sunday, we can have up to 40, 50 Filipinos singing their heads off.
For me, this is how sharing my life, sharing my joy, sharing even my struggle living here.
And the Guinness boats. Well, you know, when we arrived here 5 years ago, the Guinness boats were moving out. And that's very symbolic. We got rid of the drink problem.
People here, I think they also feel that they are part in this community. They feel that there is no more distinction whether you come from, what language you speak, or what color you have, but it's just one people and one community.
So it's a privilege for me to be here, and I'll be here for a little longer. I don't know how long, but hope it's for a little more. And I can enjoy the sunshine and the smell of the Liffey. Amen.
Yeah, but wait, I tell you, now the nuns are dreadful. I mean, mine goes to the school, and I love them in school because I want them in there because, you know, the weather. You know, when you go to the wash house, you know where they are.
I suppose you're trying to get them a bit of an education, Maggie.
It's not even that. What's education? Sure, once they're in out the rain and the cold and they're getting out a sandwich and a cup
And
of
you get
milk.
the old bit of bread and jam and the milk for nothing of the old bun of a Wednesday, Maggie.
Of course, you know I have 15 children and they all get hand-me-downs.
Maggie.
And what happened? Mary went to school there about a month ago and the nun sent her home a newspaper pinned around the end of her skirt and said she was immorally dressed.
Oh, my.
Didn't even know what she meant.
Come here, we're delighted with the paper. You could read the news. Was it today's paper?
Now, aren't you smart now? You know I don't read, all
No,
right?
you can't afford a
You're
newspaper.
the smart one, but wait till I tell you my Tommy said. That nun, they're all going into the Protestant school.
Jesus, Maggie, you couldn't have them going to Protestant school. You couldn't have that.
I went up to the nun.
Them,
I
Maggie.
told the nun that Tommy was going to put the kids in the Protestant school
Oh,
up
you
there.
had to go back and talk to her. I wouldn't have
and
it.
the
wouldn't
nun
have
said, wait till I tell you, Mrs. Woods, would you not go down and tell your husband that I'm sorry? Oh, I said, no, unless you come down, I couldn't talk to him. My husband says what's law. But anyways, what happened? He got a few drinks, and when he had a few drinks on him, I said to him, soften him up, you know. Tommy.
Didn't you get the newspaper and all over soften them up that way?
Yeah.
And that to get into
I-
the news.
And I said, Tommy, would you not let them go back?
No.
So the nun came down and she said, I'm sorry, Mr. Woods, but I didn't realise your predicament. He said, what do you expect with 15 children and we have to pass the clothes down to one another?
They haven't got a clue the way they live in their covenant. If their holidays every year and all their bills and all paid, they haven't got a clue what way we're living, Maggie.
Well, I'm telling you.
Anyway, I left school and I started on the bike, messenger by bike, in Woods' Bagger Street. It's up near the arch where Lad Lane used to be. It's gone. And the old lady there used to smoke cigarettes called, I don't know whether you heard of them or not, Pasha, P-A-S-H-A. And there's a scent of them, you think you're in Turkey or somewhere, you know. I think she had hallucinations, you know. She had plenty of bloody money anyway. I was too young to go chase her, 14 and a half. Look at the fuel bar.
The corner, what things have changed an awful lot around here. Like years ago now in Clarence Place, you get out of the way, there's a car coming, every maybe half hour.
When I was a child growing up on the quay, it was really very active. There was lots of boats, the banana boats coming in. We used to love when the banana boat would come in because we'd get the bananas free. And I was reared on bananas and custard.
When I was a boy, I remember just a lot of the very old customers coming in. Completely different way of living. Everybody came in every day and it became a kind of a social centre in the area.